Vanessa,
Hello.
if you had 100 million, would you feel obligated to help people, or you'd be like,
don't finish it. It's my money.
So I shouldn't even finish the topic, what I was saying.
It's my money, Maza. No one should force me.
So no one can force you.
No, if I want to give you, I'll give you. Don't force me. Let it be from my heart, so that you know that, yeah, I love you, so I'm giving you. So that God will even appreciate it.
But they shouldn't force you.
Don't force me. If you force me, it's like I'm just doing show.
You remember what happened this weekend with Kwame Despite? Yes, he opened an he opened an automobile shop in Charlie. There were a lot of people there. People were showing like you could see money.
Like royalty. Like you can feel the aura.
Yes.
Otunfo, Cheddar, the big man.
Yes, Sakode was even there.
Yeah. You'll not see Yanum for.
So you saw what happened. And even moving away from actually what happened, there were people who were saying that what Kwame Despite is doing is not what is necessary. He should use his money to help people. He should use his money to help those around him. So I was with the view that why should he be forced to use his money to help the needy? I mean, it is his money. So the question I'm asking now is, are billionaires or are wealthy people obligated to use their money to help the needy? Let me just put it that way.
Let's take it from first. Despite, let's start from Despite, right? They said he should use his money to help the needy. Despite is one of the big men in Ghana who have created jobs for the youth.
But it's like people don't
talk
know.
Talk of Best Point, talk of Special Eyes, special drinks, like a lot. The radio stations and all that. UTV, Peace FM. Those are jobs. So he has used his own money to create jobs for people, like private owned jobs.
Yeah.
Right? So that one cry or the Nisika BB. Let's move away from that. Rich people,
not rich people, wealthy
people. They have their priorities. Right. What would be a priority to a wealthy man? That will not be a priority to a poor man. We the poor, but we'll make it. Scratch that. I'm rich. But that will not be a priority to a poor person, right? So if you say that let's be real. That's what is important to the person at that time. If it's not important, baby. Cheddar baby. And those events are like an avenue where rich people network, they create bonds and all that. That's where they do their own small get together. So that thing there, I don't agree. I don't agree with it at all.
I also don't feel like they should be
obligated.
Yes, not only. I'm not actually referring to only Despite per se. I mean, so many wealthy people. They are saying that there are some rich people or wealthy people who live in certain areas. You understand, and maybe where they are roots yet. And there are certain things in the area that are not good. And then people will be like, we crowd sika anka obetimiama. Like he can do something about their rules. He can use his money to fix their rules. What is he using his money for? I mean, and I'm like, nisika. So if he or she wants to use his money to help or do those things, then they should do it, but they shouldn't be forced to use, like, they shouldn't be pressured or forced to say that we usika bonfanya she usika onfamwa usika onfanya see. And I feel it is unfair to them because they actually toiled for their money, and if they decide that they will use their money to help.
But some of them, their beginning stories are unrealistic.
Oh,
how can you tell me use one CD to build it? Why?
That is their story. That is their story. And the person we're talking about, Kwame Despite, also, he was selling cassettes.
And all
you understand?
That.
Yes. So, selling cassettes is not easy.
And from what we are saying, I want to raise a point. We learned something. I learned something in school. Corporate
School for.
reputation. Hey,
School
hey,
for.
don't do that. I learned something in corporate reputation management, right? So each organization or each corporate organization has this thing that they do, CSR, corporate social responsibility. So they can decide that every year they'll do something. And I know that despite group of companies, they do those things. Like he has built a police station, like he has done a lot. So that is from his money, oh. His own money. And the police station is not private owned, it's state owned. Like, and recently when they were doing the election and all that,
Yeah.
you see that was where they went to count the ballots and some of those things. So he has done well, and he does donations and anything. Say ebi and so and say you have to know that it didn't reach on you.
I think
and so but
I think what people perceive as helping the needy is like, you know what Shatawale has been doing when he has money.
Yeah, you'll be
throwing the money. You know, I feel like that's what people believe or term as like helping the needy. They want to see him, or they want to see the wealthy people handing out money like, oh, oje.
I said, or traffic muna no akase, oh, mumbejije.
Yes.
That would now be like show off.
Showing off.
If Despite starts to do that, they'll say he's showing off. Do you understand? But if any musician does that, or any celebrity, it is like, I don't know how to put it, but it's something that is normal for musicians to just be throwing money, their clothes and all that. So yeah, we find it normal. But if Despite starts to do that, if Cheddar starts to do that, like people will start saying they are showing off or something. So whatever you do in life, people will talk. People will talk.
So yes, you remember Richard Nyamakwe?
Yeah.
And also out of the blue, we were like Osika, like out of nowhere. People were like, he has money. On his 40th birthday, he did this lavish birthday party and all those things.
And their concert
he invited people to come to the place, and what we are discussing now is what people were also discussing, that we're like Sika Bebre, Uncle Betty Media essay.
See,
you know, he paid people to come to his party in dollars and stuff.
But what's the name? Before he even did that, when he got 40, I think, was it? Oh, I've forgotten. I think December there, he increased the salary of
their workers.
It trended, right? Yeah. He gave them, say, 100% bonus. That is something. And look at his workers. They are not just like they filled the whole auditorium. They are not small. Yeah. And those are people's family members. And see, if the money goes into their pockets, one way or the other, it reaches their family members, and he's helping them. Like, it's not every day that somebody will just meet you in town and say, take this and use to buy. That's Nigerian movies.
Even though we wish for it more times.
Yeah, but let's be real. Those are storylines. They just tell us in the movies. It's not real.
Do you know one surprising thing about the party that happened recently? You know, there is this thing, what the Ghana people call Aduma. How do I translate that in English?
I don't know.
But it is
ban on noise making.
It is the ban on noise making. And personally, I like the idea of ban on noise making in Accra.
Makes you feel
Accra is very quiet.
Like your mind is just at ease.
Yes. But funny enough, during the events, I learned there were a lot of loud music. People were like the place was very loud. And the Ghana people didn't go there to do what they do when people are making noise. So does it mean that money, like, I don't know how to put it, but does money, you know, the ban on noise making is like a tradition or something. So does it mean that because these people have money and as such, it trumps over the tradition, the normal tradition? Because they were making noise, but nothing happened to them. But let these church people be playing their small drums. They'll go there and go and scatter things.
So I don't want us to make any assumptions, right?
Yes.
We don't know what happened.
Maybe they asked for permission.
Yes. Those are dignitaries. Even Otunfo was there. So if we are the Ashanti region and he says there's a curfew at 6, no one should come out, people will respect that. So I think when he's coming to Accra, he would definitely want to respect the traditions that's happening here. So maybe, I don't want us to make any assumptions. Maybe not. But we don't know. Yeah, we don't know. So let's not make it. But maybe they went to the
which people?
The chief. Nitaki. Maybe they went to the chief. They maybe they paid something, made libations and all that. We don't know. And pleaded.
Law is law.
Law is law, but you know. Say you know the country that
Ghana
we are in. Yeah. So if you maybe plead, you pour libation, because COVID time, people did weddings. COVID, people still did weddings.
So you mean there's a loophole to everything?
That one, dear. But I don't want us to make assumptions, because personally I'm a gun. So right now,
I get where you are coming from.
My people, if you didn't do anything and they didn't come and say anything to you too, but I don't want to make any assumptions. I just want to leave it as that. If they did, they did not. I didn't say. But if they didn't come and ask for any permission, then please, let's not do favoritism. You shouldn't treat some people special and others, right? Let's just treat everyone equal. If you set a rule that there is a ban on noise making, there should be a ban on noise making. No one should make noise.
No one should be exempted.
Yes, irrespective of the person's role in this country or what. Nothing. Nada.
And the ban on noise making, personally, I feel they should extend it for like 2 or 3 more months.
I'm with you. The whole year.
The whole year. You know, it's really, Accra is really quiet.
No,
you know, so I wish they will continue, but I am thinking it will be ending soon, and then everything will go back to normal. Yes. So ending the conversation of billionaires helping the needy. We are with a view that it is our own personal opinion, though, that they are not obligated to use their money to help the needy. It is their money. And therefore, they can choose where and what to use their money. They can do whatever they want with their money. But we'll end. So this is where we'll end today's episode on Open Convo. My name is Franklin, and I was here with
Vanessa.
We will see you on another episode.
Yeah. Bye.